Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here then welcome to my channel. Today's video is a shop my stash video. That for some reason was a tongue twister. This is my third time saying it and that's why I'm like shop my stash video, you know. Anyways, do you guys remember I used to do these videos I think a year back? Right before I got married, I was like really into these videos. So if you're new to this concept of video, let me explain. So basically I'm gonna pull out like a bunch of different products, of course, like duh, but like from different categories, right? So from high-end, mid-range, affordable, and try to create different look each time. So this is the look that I have created today. This is inspired from this picture that I fell head over heels with the first time I saw it. I tried to do that whole wet hair look, but clearly I'm not half as good as with hair as I am with makeup, because it's already starting to look messy and greasy and not like model-esque wet looking whatsoever. So let me like wrap my intro and then proceed with the video. So if you're ready to hang out with me while I try my best to create this look, then continue watching. Starting off with my current favorite, this is the Swiss Beauty Micro Precision Eyebrow Pencil. I've been hooked onto this. I cannot stop using it, and all for good reasons. The packaging feels so premium and luxe, and also it just performs like it's some really expensive eyebrow pencil, which I mean, who doesn't love that? For a fraction of the price, it's so affordable. Sometimes I cannot believe that Swiss Beauty pulled this off at this price, you know. For a change today, I don't think I'll be using the NYX Thickest Ticket eyebrow mascara, because you guys know I've been using it a lot and it's my OG, it's my go-to. I just use this on an everyday basis. But for today's look, I'll be using the Gush XXX Lashes Trio. This one has a brow setter as well, this one right over here. The only thing with this is you have to be really careful. If you overdo or over apply by any chance, in a few hours you're going to have white stuff coming out of your eyebrow, and let me tell you, it's very embarrassing. Has happened with me twice at this point. So I'm gonna make sure to remove all of that excess, and then what you want to do is first press it with the flat side like so, and then if you want, there are teeny tiny comb on both sides which you can use to comb it up. I really want feathery looking eyebrows today, which is why I'm using this. Let's start with the eyes. I have with me the Lamel liquid eyeshadow. This is their Maad eyes in the shade Macchiato, I don't know. This one I know for sure that is very concentrated and packs a punch, which is why I'm not going to do the mistake I did last time where I directly applied it and then it was sitting there for 5 minutes at least blending it out. So this time around I'm going to little by little add the product and concentrate it. So I'm going to start with my lids first. Now what this will do is really add that dimension that we are seeing in the picture, but I think they've added lots and lots of layer, which is why it's standing out so much, and that's my mission for today. Now that I've reached the crease area, I'm not going to pick up any more shadow. Instead, I'm going to blend it out with a clean brush and really just feather the lines out. I've laid down some color as a base for my eyes. For my eyeshadow palette, I have the Huda Beauty Empowered palette. There are two main reasons for me to be choosing this palette for this look. Number one, I think, of course, the shades just will work for today's look. We have got like a bunch of bronze and golds, which I think I'm gonna mix for creating today's look. And number two, since this is a shop my stash series of video that I'm doing, I want to feature expensive products as well, because if I am buying a 5,000 rupee palette, or even if it's 3 or 4,000, it's still an expensive palette, and I would want to see what are the different looks that can be achieved with a palette like this. So yes, today you're going to see a mixture of mid-range, high-end and really affordable products. Starting off with this peachy nudie shade called Keep Going. I'm going to diffuse this on my crease. So my focus again for today's look is to take my time and really blend the shadows out, because if you have noticed, it's a very beautiful smoked out look which is really high up, almost towards your brow bone. Now I of course don't have a lot of lid space, so I have to work with what I've got. I'm moving on with the shade Legacy, which is a nice warm bronze shade, and again in the look she has a very nice warm shade on the crease. So I'm going to little by little build this up and not apply a lot at once. For all of the blending so far, I'm using the Pro Art PE23 brush. I'm now going to swatch some of these blingy shades from this palette, because if you can tell, even I've not touched some of the shades over here. So let's swatch these one by one and then decide which one is the closest to the look. This is Courageous. Oh my, wow. Are you kidding? That looks stunning. I'm definitely using this next. Maybe not for this look, but I'm using this. This is the shade Limitless, which is a different texture altogether. Next, this is the shade Charisma. This is the shade Manifest. Then we have got the shade Bold Moves. This is Bold Moves. Now this is the shade Do It. I don't know why I did not swatch these before, because these look incredible. I think we have a clear winner. I think I'm going to use the shade Do It because this is the closest to the look we have in mind. Then we have the shade Visionary, which is almost like any other shadow from a normal palette. This does not stand out to me, but it is a pretty shade regardless. So I think I'm gonna start with the shade Do It. Again, I'm starting off with my fingers, and because I think the fingers will do the better job. Taking the clean brush again and just blending out any harsh lines. So to create that wet looking eyeshadow, I have this product from Physicians Formula. This is their Rose All Day Set and Glow, and this has this very sticky, almost like balmy consistency product, which I've used maybe like a couple of times on my face, but never really reached out to this because this just attracts dust and grime and whatnot. So on the face, this is not my favorite, but I am going to squeeze out, I've already squeezed out a little bit of that balmy product, and I'm going to mix the shade Do It, the same shade, with the balm, and it's creating this. Ooh, I think that is going to look really pretty on the eyes. Let's put this on top. Because as pretty as this shadow is, it's also like flying off, because do you see that texture? It's very lightly pressed. So as I'm blinking, I can feel the shadows flying in the air, which is so weird. Maybe I've applied too much. So I think this will not only create that wet looking shadow that I'm looking for, but also it will help in making the shadow stay in place on my eyes. Gosh, these shadows are beautiful, but these have major fallout. Then we have this shade called Purpose. This is a gel based black shadow. Let's give this a swatch. Oh yeah, so that's how it looks like. We have to create a nice lifted wing, and I'm trying to do the same thing with this shadow because I really want to make most use out of this palette. And again, the wing has to be really smoked out, so I think we should be able to achieve that with this, using a pencil brush like so to smoke it out. Now we have to create a very defined, almost reverse fox eye looking smoke on the lower lash line. So fingers crossed. I'm actually quite worried for this one. I don't know if I'll be able to pull this off, but let's give this a go. I'm again picking up the same shade called Purpose on angled brush like so. So I'm first going to focus on the curvature over here on the inner corner, bring it down, and then drag it outside. So immediately blending it with that pencil brush. I messed up this part, which I knew was a possibility, so I'm gonna wipe that off. For my inner corner, I have to use a pen eyeliner because I'm just not able to create the desired detail with that brush. There we go, that's much better. I'm gonna repeat the same thing on this eye as well because this is taking a lot of time, and maybe add like a light pair of lashes only on the outsides, and I'll be right back. I'm back, and let me tell you, this that I've created today is so out of my comfort zone. I don't think I've done such a lower lash line heavy look ever in my life, forget on my channel. I never thought I have it in me to pull off such a look. Even now I'm very like skeptical of it, but I'm really hopeful that this all comes together. Let's continue. Now of course the base has got to be really flawless, and it has to complement the eye makeup. So I'm gonna of course show you guys the products, but also sort of breeze through the base portion of the video because then this video will be too long. So I'm starting off with my Renee Glass Glow Priming Pre-Makeup Oil. I always use this when I know my skin is a little bit dry and I want my makeup to really like grip onto my skin. I think using, if you have dry skin, especially using makeup oil just like helps your makeup really stick onto your skin and gives a very flawless base. For my base, I'm going to mix these two products right here. We have the Lamel Smart Skin Serum Foundation and my Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter thingy. I know I use my e.l.f. Halo Glow and I was just about to grab that, but I thought let's do this for a change because I know I use my e.l.f. Halo Glow in all of my videos, and I also want to use this from time to time. Mixing it on the back of my hand. For concealer, I have my NYX Bear With Me Serum Concealer. I really like this concealer, but I'm just too lazy. Like, I don't like that I have to pump it out and then be really careful because this is so pigmented that 2 drops is all you need. You will see. Because if you do anything more than this, you're going to sit there for 20 minutes blending it out. So this much is all that I need. And again, I'm trying not to get too close to my lash line. I definitely need to set my under eyes really well today, so I'm using my Huda Beauty Sugar Cookie Loose Baking and Setting Powder. I very rarely use setting powders. I mostly just dab a little bit of compact powder underneath my eyes and I'm good for an everyday basis. But today, since I've done such a heavy eye makeup, I am going to set it, and I'm using the Mars Pizza Puff. Now since I have dry skin, I always take some on the back of my hand. Start with very little product and set it. I'm so not used to seeing myself like this, but I'm going to roll with it. For my blush, we have the Revolution Super Dewy Liquid Blush in the shade Blush Me Up. Now again, the look has got very nude vibe on the rest of the face, so I think this will look quite nice. It comes out really dark and deep looking, but once it's on your skin, it does give that very nude, subtle vibe. For my bronzer, I have my most used bronzer of 2023. This is the Rare Beauty bronzer stick in the shade Always Sunny. And the reason why I've chosen this is because this is exactly as it sounds, Always Sunny. Like, it's a very nice and warm bronzer, but at the same time it blends so seamlessly, and I thought it would be perfect for today's look. Now for my lips, of course, I have to begin with lip liner and really overline a little bit to balance out everything, because I think right now my lips look so tiny because of huge eyes. But this is in the shade, this is from Lamel by the way, and in the shade 403 Rose. It's a very nice neutral, well, it's actually a little warm tone. I don't know why I said neutral, but on my lips it doesn't really show up a lot, which is perfect because that's what we want for today's look. This whole look, I'm telling you, is so out of my comfort zone. I don't think I do such a nude lip, but I think I have to add tiny bit of a darker liner because it's just almost looking like a concealer vibe, which, I mean, I have to understand, I've got to tailor the look for my skin tone as well. So I'm using the lip liner from Mars in the shade Deep Fawn, right? Yes. Now I'm feeling a little bit confident. Let's add the glow back. Again, going back to the Hollywood Flawless filter. This time I'll apply with my fingers. And to achieve this look, I have to be a little bit excessive with this step and not be so precise with my application. But again, since we're trying to achieve that wet looking skin, I will be applying in other areas as well. You know what's bugging me? It's this inner corner right here. I know it's not perfect and it's so annoying. Like, this side is not perfect either, but this just looks absolute garbage. It does look absolute garbage. So just to kind of like blend it, I will use a brown liner from Forever 52. I don't know if that's gonna do anything, and anyways I think it's just not looking complete, so maybe adding a brown liner will look nicer. Oh yeah, that looks much better actually. Okay, so that's the finished look. I added some wetness to my hair just to complete the look. Also, mind you, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. Yes, I'm filming on the weekdays now because I want to be consistent and I cannot rely on just filming on weekends. So yeah, my point was I don't want to fall sick, and that's why I'm not doing my whole head of wet hair right now. Just these front pieces will do. Also, I think you need like a gel or something for your hair to create that look. I don't have gel, I don't use gel. Nikhil doesn't use gel, so I used his hair curling cream which he uses, and this is what I could achieve. But I think this will do for now. But this is the finished look. Honestly speaking, this is so out of my comfort zone. I look like such a baddie today. Like, this is a proper baddie makeup. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, then please give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel, click on the bell notification right next to it. This way you will be notified when I post next. You can follow me on Instagram right over here, and I'll see you guys in my next video.